Day 33. Words of Loshon Hara can have a devastating effect on the power of our Torah and Tefillah. Mud versus mud. The story is told of a Jew who committed many sins in his life. When he passed away and stood before the heavenly court, matters did not look good for him. Then an angel came to testify how on a cold, snowy winter night this man had gone out of his way to help a traveler get his wagon out of a ditch. The great mitzvah made the weight of good deeds almost evenly balanced with the weight of sins on the heavenly scale. Then an angel brought forward all the mud this man had waded through as he struggled to extricate the wagon from the ditch. The mud tipped the scale to the side of merit, and the man was granted entrance to Gan Eden. Then there's another type of mud, the Ruach HaTumah, created by Loshon Hara. This mud cannot be seen by the human eye, but it is there nonetheless. And the damage it can cause is far-reaching. Imagine a pair of students sitting together studying Gemara for 4 consecutive hours. They feel uplifted and channel their spiritual energies into the tefillah that follows. I think this is the best mincha I've davened, one tells himself. Both leave the base medrash very accomplished, or they think so. There is something that they have forgotten. That morning, while eating breakfast together, an old classmate's name came up. The classmate did not get along well with these two fellows for a variety of reasons. Over breakfast, all his faults were recalled, and the two friends shared news stories that they heard about him since the day that he left the yeshiva. This discussion, all of it, Loshon Hara, lasted 15 minutes. When they entered the base medrash, a few minutes later, with the goal of accomplishing a lot in the next 4 hours, it appeared that this would be a day of great spiritual accomplishment. But their eyes could not see the powerful Ruach HaTumah that their words had created. This Ruach HaTumah enveloped the words of Torah and Tefillah and that their mouths uttered, weakening their power and depleting the reward that they could have achieved. Chofetz Chaim informs us that the damaging effect of forbidden speech is discussed in the Talmud. The world is sustained only in the merit of the breadth of Torah study of school children. Said Reb Papa to Abai, "And what of our Torah study?" Abai replied, "There is no comparison between the mouths that are tainted by sins, and the breath that is untainted by sins." What did Abai mean when he said the breath of the great sages of the Talmud that was tainted by sin? Surely this could only mean a few minor, unintentional words that might have been considered sinful by our standards. Yet Abai was convinced that even such words could damage the power of one's Torah learning. The kind of conversation we described above can certainly have a devastating effect on the power of one's learning and prayer. Let us do our best to avoid Loshon Hara. There's too much at stake. Again, in a nutshell, words of Loshon Hara have a devastating effect on the power of our Torah